Welcome to the Unscripted pod.
Hey.
This has honestly been one of my most highly sought after podcasts. Obviously, I do your guys' siblings or siblings-in-law.
Yeah,
What you
my
call them?
siblings, her siblings-in-law.
Yeah, and I've done their episodes. I did Anthony and Jersey. I did Reese and Raylene, and everybody's like, "We need to get Celys and Cook on. We need to get them on." So
We've been excited.
I'm really excited for this one.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
yeah.
We've been literally we've been debating. Mind you, don't know if it will happen, but we were like trying to figure out if we're gonna be an individual, if we were gonna do this individually or as a couple. So,
well, I do like the concept of, and this podcast is very like the beginning. It kind of starts off very like, I'll ask you guys certain questions, but then eventually we're gonna just start talking about random stuff. Like,
facts.
Like our aliens.
It's like when you
here.
go on a date with a girl. It's like, you gotta ask her just the bullshit questions. Like, what's your favorite color? Where you from? And then you get into, oh my God, you love the astronomical ways that the stars align. That did you like that?
So how many podcasts have y'all done? I know you had your podcast at one point, but have you been on any episodes before, like on your own?
I think the only podcast I've done was Talk That Talk, and I was on 2 different episodes, and they were both with Raylene and Jordan. Yeah.
And what's crazy is I've never been on a podcast on the reverse side of being the podcaster.
We were almost going. We almost had a few lined up. Then I got pregnant, and I didn't want to travel. Super pregnant was just not it. So we had a few in LA, but sometimes things don't happen for a reason. So I think this is a good start and maybe a finish.
This is
we don't know. I don't know.
This might be our only podcast ever.
Let's go.
Like this is exclusive.
I think like staying away from this style for the most part is safer for me personally. But it's exciting.
Because typically like they're like a little bit more scripted, right? They're a little bit more like, hey, these are our questions and things like that, so you can kind of prepare answers.
Yeah.
I feel like also your podcast, the reason why we were down was because not only because we know you, but also because your style is so unique compared, like you said, like it's comparable to like a Bobby Altov.
Yeah.
It's very relaxed, laid back. I mean, shit, he brought my couches out from the house. We put them in the backyard, but just as far as like the questions that are being asked, bro, the neighbor's dog. Is that going to be a problem?
No, it's fine. It's unscripted. We run it.
That's our neighbor's dog. Our dog, if you want them to take their dog inside, I'll tell Rollo
we got to bring our dog out, the big dog.
But yeah, what I was saying is your style is very laid back. A lot of these podcasts nowadays are really drama based. And so, it's not beneficial to the person that's on the podcast.
Yeah.
Unless they're going in that realm of content. Like they want to be known for the drama, for those, big interactions.
Yeah, it just happens naturally for us. We don't force it. It just...
The drama, you're saying? Like the
unnecessariness. It just...
It's so funny because
it happens.
Like now I get to talk to you guys because like for the people that are watching, like obviously I'm close with your guys' siblings and stuff like that, and I always talk to them off camera. I'm like, bro, the amount of drama that you guys get just naturally, like because I know you guys personally, I don't think it's like really fair at all, because I feel like a lot of people, they look into like little things and it's like the most stupidest thing, like, oh, how a person looked on camera. I'm like, bro, that's
I told Celys, like, I feel like, well, I mean, what's your take on why do you feel like you're always, because I feel like she's always the one that's getting, as much as we are a pair, like we see ourselves as one, but the blogs, the drama always aims towards her direction. I feel like as her husband, it's kind of like, it sucks because I can't, like, you feed into it by trying to back her up, and then it just creates a bigger narrative.
Yeah.
But then again, it's also like, a lot of times I don't understand why they come for you. Why do you feel like why do you feel like people are so invested? I personally take it as a compliment sometimes, like, they're so invested in your life, and they find you so interesting that they have to find a way to like either tear you down or, but what's your take?
I want to start by saying I feel like I've done a really good job at ignoring, blocking, navigating like a positive path for myself throughout the entire like lifespan of being with you till now, I feel like we've done a really, not just me, but together, we've done a really good job at just ignoring it, avoiding it. At some point when I think in the beginning, it did affect us like internally. And I think we both had to like just lock in and be like, it cannot keep getting to us. Like it could stay on the outside, but once it comes inside the home, it's like, it's not fun anymore. It's like, why are we doing it? So I feel like throughout time, we had to go through things. We had to see things, read things, be a part of situations, and just get through it. As far as why I'm targeted, I cannot.
She's the main
I don't know
target.
if it's a Leo thing, it's a Celys thing. They just love to see me. That's really, I take it as, I guess, like a compliment now. I think you kind of got to psych yourself out and be like, shit, it's because I'm fucking cute. Like you kind of have to do that when it's all the time.
Yeah.
But I think now in the current state of mind and place in life and everything that we have going on now, it does not bother me. I couldn't, if you would have asked me that like 2 years ago, I'd been like, oh, I just can't do it anymore. I'm depressed. I don't want to be on the internet. Like, fuck that. But now I'm like, what's up? Like, because it was like, it really, I think it just blocks the bad currently. It's like, as soon as like you see one negative thing, you're like, shit, I don't even want to pick up my phone. And what is that going to do? Like long term, it does nothing.
And I honestly, I feel like it was an adjustment when we first started dating because I was in like the limelight of social media. As much as she was doing social media still, I feel like I had those drama like moments where like people were covering, like trying to tear me down and trying to like bring that backlash. So then when she came along, she kind of got like the what do you say, like the shit end of the stick.
Yeah.
And it was honestly, it took me a moment to like realize like, you know, she wasn't used to that. And I remember just being like, damn, like, you know, babe, like just ignore it. Like, cause it was so normal to me because I was used to it for a couple years of like getting the backlash and like going through the drama and like, I had made videos where like I would act out of character or like, you know, respond to it. And I seen how that, you know, I guess played out for me, which you never win, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's just gonna keep coming tenfold. Yeah. So I think with her, it took me a time to adjust to realize like, you know, this is new to her, and like she said, when it comes into the household and it starts kind of tearing you guys apart,
that's when
I think that was a big part for us. Was like, it wasn't even about the drama on social media. That was easy for us to get over. It was about kind of like sometimes those shits do hit, and then you start to think like, you start to question shit, even though it's not reality. Yeah. People can get in your head from social media, you know, and you start to look at shit a little different. So I think it's hard, you know, to overcome that part of it. But once we realize like, all right, like it's us, like what's real is real and what's social media is social media. It was like, all right, like nowadays we see shit pop up and we laugh and we skip past it.
I don't see shit. It's blocked.
She blocked shit.
I'll have to go on his phone because I'll get like mentions, but it'll be empty. Yeah. So I'm like, let me see your phone. Like if I really want to like go be toxic for like the day, like, give me your phone. And I'll look, I'm like, fuck, like why'd I do that? So I really, 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 especially being like a mom, postpartum, like in this new era, I really try to avoid it because it will ruin my whole day. And it's like, I can't be the best self for him, for my daughter, for the house. Like it doesn't work. I can't do that anymore.
Like, yo,
he'll snatch the phone and be like, no.
Get off that shit.
Like, let me see.
She'll be like, babe, what's the comments like? I'm like,
no, don't even ask.
Stop. Yeah. Like I'll be rude about it. Like, cause I know it's protecting her peace, you know? Yeah. I actually have a t-shirt for my brand called Protect Your Peace. But literally like it's you read into it, you feed into it, and it's gonna affect you. If you just ignore it, like as if it's just some hater that's yelling some shit at you on the side of the street, there's no way, you know, sticks and stones might break my bones.
Yeah,
you know,
and I feel like you really just have to be okay with other people creating narratives like about you. I feel like that's been like my hardest pill to swallow, is they'll like be so like fixated on a certain idea, and I'm like, it's the complete opposite. So it takes a lot out of like anyone to be like
to not
respond because like you really want to explain yourself, and at the same time, like how many times do I have to explain myself? Like I'm not gonna do it all day every day.
Yeah, it's so funny. We talked about not like bringing drama, and then we started with drama. But on a good note,
it's just because like I know you guys personally, and like bro, like whenever I talk to you, you always give me like big bro advice, and like I'm like, oh wow, like whenever I leave a conversation with you, I'm like, okay, I just got a lot of advice. And then when I met you, you were like just so like happy and welcoming to me, and I'm like, oh wow, like
she's not a bitch.
She's really cool.
He started thinking the narratives are true. He was like watching me, like, I don't know, I might not need to go around that one.
Well, it's because like obviously like I've being from Arizona, like you're kind of like you were one of the ones that made it out. So
yes,
like
sir.
I've always kind of somewhat followed you like that. I wasn't like huge on social media like that kind, but you were just such a polarizing figure that like I just knew a little bit about.
I appreciate that.
And and so when I first met you guys, I was like a little nervous because like, oh wow, that's Jay Cook and Celys. Like, oh shoot, you know.
Joel.
And I still have like a little bit of that always because even though like I still feel like one of the people's watching, you know,
yes,
so it's like kind of a surreal moment to have.
That's
you
how
guys
we
here.
feel like.
What a genuine guy. What
yeah,
a
Joel
guy.
is one of the most genuine people we've ever met. Like anybody that asks, like Joel is the type to go out of the way to do some shit for you. You know how many times I text him so many times and I'm like, bro, if you can't do this, it is 100% okay, but I need some help. And he'll be like, I got you.
Yeah, make it happen.
And he's not bullshitting. Like when he says something, he stands on it. And I think that shows a lot about your character, you know, unscripted vibes.
When's your birthday? What's your sign?
March 16th. I'm a Pisces.
Pisces? My brother's a Pisces. Not only do you guys look alike, dress alike, but
what's
y'all
his birthday?
Isn't it March 17th? Isn't it? Or is it? It's bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
my brother
Bro.
looks like identical to him.
Yeah.
And this whole New York trip that we all just went on.
Please insert a clip.
Yeah,
we were like, yo,
we'll pop up a picture right here.
we were all just like, yo, you guys look just alike, and now we're finding out you're a Pisces too. That's
and y'all
crazy.
are like born within the same few days.
What's
That's
even
crazy.
crazy is today, like I just got to your guys' house. He pulled up randomly.
camo
We're wearing
sweats,
the
black
same outfit.
Let me see.
That shit
We'll pull
is
up that
crazy.
story. But yeah, you know, I genuinely love hanging out with you guys, and like this is my first time hanging out with you guys one-on-one. I know we were talking about this off the pod, but yeah, I'm really excited to just spend some like time with you guys and like really get to know you guys, because obviously you guys have heard my story and stuff like that, and kind of talking
so much, a little bit,
kind of like talking a little bit about what you said right there, like people creating like a narrative for you. Obviously, like I was in a public relationship and unfortunately things didn't work out, and I'm now starting to get like those messages of like, oh well, you must have cheated and you must have did this, you must have did that, and like in my like I know me and her know like we both needed it, you know, we both needed that break. And I'm still learning personally how to like navigate through that, so like it's kind of cool, like not cool because obviously you guys shouldn't be going through that, but like kind of hearing your guys's like, oh no, you just kind of had to like get through that and get past it, because I'm still low-key figuring it out. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a guy, so naturally I can just like brush things off a little bit more, but
100%.
sometimes I will see that message, I'm like,
it hits. Sometimes people know how to get under your skin. I always told Celys, like, I feel like, actually she told me, but it I guess, okay, so she told me, which I always thought, I guess I didn't practice what I preached. And I also feel like she didn't practice what she preached as well with this. And then she might be confused.
What is it?
But that all PR is good PR, right? You know that term, all PR is good PR. I think at the time, like every time, like early on in our relationship, when we were getting a lot of backlash for things that were said or narratives that were put out there, we both would always like try to remind each other, like, all PR is good PR, right? But like on the backside, we're actually like, personally, shit, like this shit hurts, right? But I think, like, you know, in the vast majority of it all, it is true, because people that don't have a lot going on for themselves, or, you know, might not have like the public eye on them, I feel like, you know, it might not, how am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to get at?
Like,
continue.
Like almost like they have nothing else better to do.
Without saying it in a cocky way. But like, if you have people covering, you know, a lot of the stuff that you're doing, or trying to find false narratives in the things that you're doing, I mean, shit, the attention is on you. They're watching, they're invested. And that's kind of the whole point of social media and how you grow, is to get people invested in what you're doing. And I feel like it's kind of like that unspoken thing, as like, whether it's negative or positive, within the social media creator world is like you want people invested to the point where it's like, you know, like they live and breathe your content. Like that's the whole goal of like growing new audiences and building, you know, like an empire and a fan base. So in reality, it is good for you, but mentally, is it good for you?
Yeah, you an unk for real in this industry. Yeah. How many years has it been?
Shit,
Unk status, maybe even grandpa status.
No, I might be grandpa status. I'm almost coming up on that. I'm almost coming up on that 10 year on social media point. Yeah.
And I feel like in how you speak about social media and what you've been through, I feel like it shows.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you've been through a lot, bro. Well, obviously, like, I don't even know this story because,
mind you, you can ask any question you want because I know it might be a little nerve-wracking with us, you know, being right here. You can ask her any question. You can ask me any question.
Of course.
Well, tread lightly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm ordering Uber Eats. It's just been one of those days when I've been busy all day and the last thing I want to do is cook or go back outside. And when that happens on days like this where I got to edit the podcast, I just want something stress-free and easy. Ordering with Uber Eats is easy. I can browse, order, and track it, and I can just keep going along with my day. There's always new deals, and I like that I can choose from so many different places all just in one app. My Uber Eats order just arrived, and I didn't even have to think about it at all. Use my code JAZZ15 to get $15 off your first order of $20 or more on Uber Eats.
Well, okay, so I have some questions just because, like, obviously I've known you guys as you guys now, but I don't even know like the story of like how y'all even like came to be. Like, how did the cooks become to be?
Joel, it was the weakest fucking shit ever. He sent me one emoji in my DMs. Mm-hmm. That's all it was. It was like either eyes.
I think I sent eyes and a
or
heart.
like
eyes and the heart eyes emoji back in the day for DMs was like, that's like if they respond to that.
I mean, it must have worked.
Listen. It's a story. It's a story. It wasn't just that. It's a story.
I think with her, when I sent that, I didn't know like I didn't know what to say. Like, you know, when you actually like see like, ooh, like I could see myself with this girl to the point where you kind of like stutter every like move you want to make, you know, even with if you're with them in person or if it's your first time meeting them, you just kind of like second guess everything you're doing.
Yeah,
that's how I felt from like the start, and I think that continued our whole friendship up until we became so quick story, long story short,
no,
I sent her the message.
There's a lot of details that you're missing out on, but I'm gonna let you speak.
A lot of details that we'll skip past. So I messaged her. She had her own stuff going on, right? So it was just kind of like, hey, like, nice to meet you.
How many girls did you do that to at the time? Because it was a little random. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm all the way over here. You're all the way over there.
Wait, so were you doing? Quick question. Were you doing social media at the time, or okay.
Yes. So she was doing social media. So I saw her on the Explore page.
Okay.
That was back in the day when like the Explore page was like, you see like girls and like you see guys. It wasn't like you see fashion.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like now the algorithm, people used to post pictures and they were trying to hit the Explore page from posting pictures.
It was a little bit less oversaturated also. So I feel like algorithms and stuff was different at the time. It was like a lot of things were just a lot more exciting then.
Yes. I don't know if it's just my algorithm now, but all I see is like fashion.
What you want,
right?
What you're searching for.
Yes,
it's like more algorithm based now.
It's a different time.
Back then, it was like you post a picture, and you know if your stuff starts getting a bunch of likes,
everybody's seeing it.
It hit the Explore page. That was like a thing. Oh, it hit the Explore page. Sorry. So I would go on the Explore page. And like I would just look at people, right?
Some
and
shorties.
There was something about Celys. I probably was like, honestly, I was young, I was single, I was probably same thing as like any other young single person was doing on Instagram. And I seen her picture pop up, and one thing that caught my attention about her was like this eye thing that she used to do. And it was like a talked about thing between us, was like she used to do like these eyes like when she would model, because she was a model, like she would do the bikini modeling, the regular modeling, all types of modeling. And I was just like, she just looked so exotic. Like I couldn't tell if she was like Puerto Rican, Russian, Cuban, white, mixed, whatever it was. And I was just like, I'm intrigued, right?
Right.
So when I went to
Right.
message her, I just didn't know what to say. So I just put the eye emojis, like thinking like, she's not even gonna respond. She responded. And mind you, I'm on my way to Florida. So she responded. We didn't end up linking up.
There's a lot more to it, but
What did we go ahead?
well, at the time, you weren't coming to Florida. It was a whole different time.
Uh-huh.
I think you were still like you know what I'm going to say, at that time. And I remember our conversation was really short. I was like, oh, like, keep doing you. Like,
oh, okay,
yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, it was a situation that was going on, and she knew. So she was like,
I was just very kind
sent her
to him.
condolences on the situation.
I was like, you
could
do
put
you.
2 and 2 together.
Yeah, I was like, you do you. That was it, though. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to see you when I see you. No, it was none of that. It was like very short, sweet, to the point. Did we follow each other at that point? I don't know.
I know I followed you. I ain't
Okay.
give a-
So boom, then from then on out, then we probably followed each other
Yes.
moving forward. Then months went by. Then you come to Miami.
Again, because I had came to Miami.
And I didn't see you. When you got arrested
you were like,
and all
oh,
that
I'm
fun
in
stuff.
Tampa.
All right.
She was in Tampa, right?
I was in college
And
at
then
that point.
I come back a second time because I used to come all the time for spring break. But to make a long story short, basically we ended up linking up,
As friends, though.
we ended up, we were friends, strictly friends. She ended up coming to Arizona after
friends.
my Miami trip. I swear, I will say, like, literally as friends.
I feel
And
like
which
people
is
don't believe
crazy
us.
because the internet, like, I felt like they were trying to, like, make it seem like we were dating because we were, like, low-key, like, doing, like, little tease content and stuff. Not like we were dating, but just, like, we were around each other a good amount of time. So that happened, and we were literally just friends. And it came to a point where I was just like, I don't feel like she's fucking with me. I obviously knew she was bad. That's why I responded, or why I DM'd her in the first place. But I was like, I'm gonna take the backseat. And like, I think my strategy was like, low key, let me see if she's fucking with my friends to kind of see if she folds, And she wasn't. She wasn't fucking with none of my friends. And her friend, her best friend, which is still her best friend, kind of like the one that like
she's like, y'all cute. Like, she would like throw like shots at us, like just
like
kiss
kinda,
already,
like kind of
just kiss
shipping.
already, yeah.
Kiss already.
And I'm like, girl, stop. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And he was like, it was never that for
Yes.
a while. It wasn't that.
Like when they stayed at my house, for example, as to how far we were just friends, is like, you would think a girl coming to your city,
Man, the
she'll
things
stay
that
with
I have
you.
seen,
She stayed in my guest room
the
with
things
her
that
best
I have
friend.
seen, we gotta like burn my like eyelids or something. The things that I've seen, but
And
so old.
yes, it wasn't. I didn't think that we were going to be anything. So I was moving as a single dude and she was moving as a single girl.
I didn't do
definitely,
nothing.
we just kind of were filling each other out as friends, right?
Yeah.
And then I think the trip that really set it off was I came out to Miami again. Don't know how many times I had came before or after the Arizona trip, and I had a hotel, and I remember we had like our first kiss. We cuddled together, and then
Who initiated the kiss?
Justice.
I don't even think she remembers our first kiss.
I think
We were lit.
he had to initiate everything because of one, the things that I had seen, and two, like, I really didn't take anything serious in the beginning. I was like, yeah, right. Like, because I knew what type of timing we were both on at the time. So I think it was just all jokes. At first it was like, ha, this is funny. This is cute. And then it was like, it went from like funny, cute to we're dating 3 months. I'm living with him. Like, it was very like boom, 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 boom.
Very true. I took her to
Intense. It was intense.
Took her to the Keys. I took her to the Keys. After that trip, I think she let me stay at her parents' house. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend. We were drunk in the shower. And I was like, will you be my girlfriend? And she was like, ask me that again in the morning when you're sober. I was like, all right, bet. And we woke up the next morning. What was the first thing I said?
Will you be my girlfriend?
Will you be my girlfriend? and she was like, bet. And then ever since then, it was like, let's go. We went through a lot.
Very
Very,
quickly.
very early too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just talking about social media. I'm talking about outside of that.
Yeah.
And relationship stuff. And I think that was kind of, I remember just being like, I had always like if I had been with someone before, I felt like when shit barely got tough, it was like, you're dubbed. Like, whether it was on their part, they dubbed me, or I dubbed them, it just, nobody was sticking it out, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you find somebody that, because every relationship, I don't care, is going to go through some stuff, whether it's later on or early. And I feel like it just comes down to if both of you are willing to work it out. And I feel like a lot of times it's one or the other, and that's why relationships fail. I feel like both of us were like, as much as like there were times where we pretty much were like giving up, it was like the other one was like, nah, we gotta, let's pick it up, and vice versa. So I felt like that was just the big thing that stood out to me, was that she would not quit. Like, as much as she quit, she wouldn't quit, know, like she might act hard, but
I'd argue that's like almost better for a relationship. Like, if you start off with the hard stuff early,
get it done with first. But like, how do you tell a couple like, hey, you guys should fuck up early, like go through some shit?
But I also feel like the stuff that our issues weren't like, they didn't, like, it wasn't like he cheated or something, or stepped outside of the relationship and did something like that. Like, those are my boundaries. Like, I'm such a loyal person where it's like, if you do some funny, like
vice versa,
something super funny, like I won't even hesitate. Even how I live my life now with people around me, like, you do something funny, you're out of my life, because I'm such a genuine fun person when you are in my bubble, and I treat everyone like, I give them everything. So if you do something funny, goodbye. And I feel like in the beginning, he didn't, like, everything that was happening, which was really shitty, it was never anything that like steered me away from him. I was like, okay, we could, even though it was tough, I was like, fuck, like really, like, but we could get through this.
Right.
And it was a lot of that, but it never was anything that stepped on my boundaries as a person. And that was also something that was really big for him, was loyalty in the beginning. And it was just a mutual agreement. And since then, we never had those type of issues, thankfully.
That was something that was an adjustment, was like coming from two different places of the world. I didn't realize, like,
we didn't.
I think both of us, if I'm not wrong, like, I was the first dude you dated on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And she was the first girl I dated, I guess, considered like the
Justice
East Coast.
was my first like real like grown man, real man boyfriend. Like, I feel like before it was like little high school, like college little relationships. Also, like, first person that I like stuck it out with, because there was a lot of people that I was just like, okay, you're pissing me off, goodbye. You're pissing me off, goodbye. But it was like, I don't know if it was just from the beginning, it was just very,
I think being friends from the jump, like, for a year.
I'm losing a friend too if I stop fucking with you.
I think being like genuine friends, it's so hard to like, we try to stress that because I think people think we're lying, but we were literally genuinely friends, like almost to the point where I was like, damn, this could be like my best friend. Like, when you get a best friend, you like low-key like your best friend, but like you don't know if you're right there, right? I never had that. So when I met her, I was like, damn, like, is this what like a girl best friend that you have a crush on but don't want to cross that boundary with? She was definitely like, she was just different. That's just all it was. I was so used to, and you know how it is in Arizona, like the girls out there, I feel like think very small.
Yeah.
And out here, I feel like she just had such big dreams, and like, she came from a really good family, which is also a big thing. Like, her family, like her dad and mom still together, her siblings like got a good head on their shoulder, and her dad and mom, just her dad in general, like, shout out to Tony. He taught me within the past, since now we're married, but since we were dating 4 years ago, he's taught me more about, being a man, I feel like, than I learned from my biological father, just putting it out there. My biological father has been, he's played his role as whatever role he's decided to do, but her dad put a lot of like emphasis on those manly roles to me, as far as like, even just like handyman stuff, opening the door, flowers, little things like that. I see like how he treats his wife. Yeah. And he's a type like where if food comes to the door, right, we order Uber Eats. This is how much of a man Tony, her dad, is, right?
Yeah.
Food comes to the door, Uber Eats. everybody starts eating, but his wife's not home, he's going to wait until she sits down.
That's a fact.
That's
and
love.
pull a plate up to the table. He's gonna make her plate. She's gonna ask him, why haven't you ate? Oh, I've been waiting for you, honey. You know, like literally dead ass. Like
Yeah,
that's how much of like a manly figure he has been to me. And I felt like when I came around them, it was like they could have easily him and her older brother, her younger brother, you know, he's younger, he don't give a fuck what's going on.
Younger
But
siblings, yeah.
her older brother, which could have easily been like, we're the same age, he could have easily like been like, fuck this dude, like, and we could have had big issues. And her dad too, you know. But they definitely like navigated it the correct way. I feel like a family should, with, you know, a partner of their daughter that their daughter actually loves and sees a future with. And so that meant a lot to me too, because I never even met like the girls that I dated in the past. Like in high school, I had met like my girlfriend's family one time, but like other than that, I was never close with like the family. So I felt like being close with her family too was also like, there comes a point where it's like, you give up on your partner, it's also like giving up on your partner and their family. And that's like, you know, like
that one,
the families, like they it hits hard for them too when their you know, daughter or son breaks up with somebody that they see their child should have been with, right? So there was a lot of good morals and I feel like things put in place that made me like see like, okay, I could see myself with a future with this woman and building a family and having a good support system, not only on my side but her side as well. So
I retweet that, and I think both families they were really patient with our relationship in the beginning, both sides. And I feel like we've received a lot of grace on both sides from our families, especially with a lot of the stuff that has happened. Yeah. I think both families were super like patient with us because we were still figuring us out.
We were notorious for going out, getting drunk, and then fucking up. Like that's what I feel like that's what she's trying to get at.
I just think everyone gave us a lot of grace and a lot of patience and just kind of let us figure it out and then took us in for whatever it was that we figured out. I never really felt like super judged or like super uncomfortable to an extent. I don't know. Yeah.
That's kind of beautiful. Like, I mean, it all eventually worked out, and now, like, look at where everything turned out to be, you know? I'm kind of curious, you know, he gave a very beautiful, elegant answer about you. I would love to hear your side of it. Like, what did you see in him that made you realize, you know what, this is more than just a high school, college. Like, I actually see him. I know you kind of touched on it, but, like, maybe, like, a little bit more, like, what made you... Yeah, what made you see him be like, that's
why
my
y'all
man.
need the podcast of her by herself.
No, I have a lot to say. I think to start, I feel like Justice was more my speed as far as like...
She wanted a hood nigga.
No, like we like to have a good time. We like to go out. We like to try new things. We're both very like outgoing people. So I feel like we match in that way. Like it's not like, oh, we walk in a room and, you know, he's not saying what's up. I'm saying hi to everybody and he's like dragging. Like I feel like we both have that where we both kind of match each other's vibe. And I feel like that was easily something that I caught on to. It was like cute. I love that. So we match each other's vibe. That's super important. I think too, it's probably like your confidence. As much as I feel like, I don't know if people realize it or not, but you are a very confident person. And I feel like that creates a lot of like security for a woman. Like for someone that's like, when we go out or do certain things, I don't really have to worry about a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay. Unless like we're like going out drinking, that's a different conversation. But like out and about on the regular, like I can just put my feet up. I'm like, all right, just a girl, like living life. So I really love that. I don't know. What was the question? What do I love about you? What
like,
drew
I guess,
me to
separated?
you?
Was there ever like any situation, I guess, that like happened where you looked at him and like something kind of switched in your head? Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I can see him.
In his head, when we were like kind of talking, I did not realize we were serious as he saw it. I did not.
We were talking. She thought we were just friends.
I didn't in the beginning. So I went out. I'm not gonna lie, but we were not dating. We weren't together. I went out and I had like a lit night. Again, I'm in Miami, he's over there. I had a lit night, and I get a call.
What are you doing at the club?
Because he has people in the club.
It's the type of timing I'm on.
He has people in the club watching what I'm doing.
I had paid a security guard that night. She told me
just watch over
she
me.
was going to this club.
He worked at the club. Okay?
I knew the security guard at the club, so I paid him $250. And I told him, $250 the whole night. I need you to watch her.
Wait, but isn't that crazy for someone that's not dating somebody? That's crazy. But I think in this, as much as it is crazy, I think the situation really I was like, wait, I get the call in the club. What are you doing? Get out of there. Not even get out of there. Like, you're caught. And I was like, well, damn.
Damn.
And then I kind of felt bad because I'm like, wait, did you like me to this extent? Like, is that what we were? Like, it kind of just opened my eyes to the possibility of something serious with him. Mm-hmm. So I think I wanted to show him, I'm like, that's not what I'm on. Like, when I do like someone and I do take someone serious, that's not the timing I'm on at all. Yeah. I just didn't know that's what it was. It was never a conversation. He just assumed, and a lot of things in our relationship, he just assumes that I'm on. Like, us moving in together, he just assumed I was going to live with him without asking me properly. So he's asking me, oh, where should I put this picture? I'm like, I don't know. It's your house. Why are you asking me? He goes, I want you to live with me. I was like, well, that's a nice way to ask.
What you mean? This is our furniture.
Yeah, so that was like the form of communication with each other was something that most definitely had to get worked on throughout the relationship. But back to that night, it was, what are you doing? Get on, da, da, da. And I was like, oh, wait, he likes me. So after that, I got home, sat on it. I was like, fuck, got to figure some shit out. And then moving forward, I think that's kind of when I tune down like my outsideness, my wanting to go explore other things.
Oh, they're supposed to be red. Sorry.
My wanting to go explore other things. I kind of just like turned that light off. I was like, okay, well, if this is serious and you're trying to like show me all of that, I just kind of went with the flow after that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna show you what it is to be with someone like me and how I go about things. Yeah. And that's kind of when I got really serious. But we still weren't. I think that was like September-ish, and we didn't start dating till October. So I think we had like maybe a few more weeks of just talking before we started dating after that. But that was kind of like the turning point for me. I was like, oh, he's crazy.
It's so exciting too, like when you finally find that person that you don't need to like check their phone, or you don't need to worry about their friends and things like that. And I was just like, maybe because I was 3 years.
You had some baggage, babe.
I did. I had a lot of baggage.
You had like some toxic traits, but not like as him as an individual. It was mainly like what he had went through with past people. So he automatically assumed this is how females come. This is how they go about things. There was a lot of things that like certain females do carry, and if a female wants to carry themselves like that, do it. But he assumed that I was carrying and bringing into the relationship. And I think it took experiences in certain situations to be like, hey, that's not me. That's not what I do. That's not how I go about things. And sometimes I feel like that did cause a lot of issues in the beginning, because it was like automatically I'm in the doghouse. Didn't even get to explain myself. Didn't get to like automatically like it's an issue. It's an argument. And he wasn't receiving that energy back from me.
I was not good at, bro, it was like, now we can have conversations and like I'll listen. Yeah. But there was like something that was like, and I don't know if it was just trauma. I don't know what the hell it was, bro. But like I would literally blank, like to the point like where if she tried to just tell me like the most simplest thing, like she didn't like that I did this, or she didn't like that I did, X, Y, and Z, I would just be like, I would just blank. I wouldn't even be comprehending what she's talking about. And she definitely taught me a lot about communication. As much as I feel like I taught her a lot about, I feel like we taught each other how to communicate to each other.
Our own languages.
Exactly. Because and like I was saying earlier, like coming from two different sides of the world, like people don't realize, but that plays a big part.
Yeah, you're raised differently.
Exactly. You're raised completely differently. Like I come from a family that's, dad left when he was 2, mom raising us. I have a stepdad, which has been a good father role. She comes from a very like solid family. So like things that I feel like were normal for my family weren't normal for her family, and vice versa. Even just as simple as like holding the door for your woman, like wasn't something that like I I was taught. I was just like, yo, like, you know, I see it in movies, but like, is it really that important? Or like, marriage was a big thing for us. Like, that's a whole other topic.
Conversation.
But
that's a whole different.
we just getting into
Wait, is Joel gonna get the exclusive?
Oh shoot!
Oh my gosh!
Just getting into the marriage conversation, because we went and got eloped, I guess they would call it. Like, you know, we got married without people knowing. Our families knew. I'm pretty sure you knew.
What a great transition, because that was going to be my next question. But so go ahead, keep going.
So marriage for us, as I would say, like the first 3 years of our relationship, we had little parts like where she would try to mention marriage or like getting married to me. And as a woman, like, I feel like as either should.
Naturally,
naturally, right? But in my perspective or my defense, I guess back in the day, not how I view it now and how I'm definitely not going to teach my daughter that a man should view it, is I thought, okay, marriage is just papers. It's just, you know, it's just for paperwork. Like, if I love you, and that's what it is.
That's more common nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of how I was raised. You know, my dad wasn't with my mom, you know, like, marriage wasn't a talked about thing. It was just kind of like you find the person that you love and you're with them. So she would bring it up, and I remember there was one time in particular, we were sitting at a P.F. Chang's in Arizona.
Oh, it was my 1 year rule. I had a 1 year rule.
And
mention that.
It might have been, yeah. So she had a 1 year rule. Her 1 year rule was like, if you don't marry me within 1 year, I'm out. Right?
See, no, if you don't see a future with me within that first year, don't waste my time, because I was young, living life, feeling good.
So it's more so like,
don't waste my time. Don't play with me. You should know.
Yeah, I got
Which
you.
I knew.
And he knew.
I knew.
He knew.
But she wanted.
So that's why I say.
She as much as she says that she wanted the
But I got a ring.
Yeah, you did.
So it wasn't about, you want a ring. I got a ring. I got a nice ring.
She did. So she ended up getting the promise ring, right? And that was kind of like my thing, as like,
pre-game.
I know I'm gonna marry her, but like it was just such like a thing as far as like, I don't know when you're supposed to like do that. Like, how is a man supposed to know when it's the right moment? Like, as much as your girl is telling you like she's ready and you know you're ready, but like what makes you like make that decision to do it? Because it's such a big step, you know? And so she had this conversation with me at P.F. Chang's, and she was like...
Before our 1 year.
Yeah, we had this conversation. I don't know exactly how it went, but she ended up like starting to cry. And I was like, I just remember being like, damn, bro, like...
Because I'm in Arizona. Think about it. I'm in Arizona, away from my family. We're all wishy-washy. I don't know what's going on with us. I'm trying to have like a serious conversation with him. He's going blank. He's not trying to have it. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. She was like...
It was such a confusing time for me, especially. I know for him, but for me especially, I was like, what the fuck? What am I doing? Like, there was no like clarity during that era. Yeah.
Yeah. So she had a conversation, and I just remember just being like, damn. After that day, I felt like, yo, the pressure is on. Like, it needs to happen soon, because she just cried, you know? Like, and I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling like, damn, like, I want to marry her. But then again, there came down to the point, like, I think I went through a tough financial time, you know. From before I met her, I was having my way. That was back in COVID, and people would know, you know, there was like people that were making either a bunch of money or people that were making no money. And I was on the side that was making a bunch of money. So then after COVID and things happened, whatever happened, I was going through a financial like drought. And
right when we moved to Miami, right?
Exactly. And I was just thinking, like, you know, I moved to like the most expensive fucking city, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like the hardest time for me financially, and I'm in the most expensive city. So I was also thinking about like, damn, the ring's gonna cost blah 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 blah. Not thinking about like, fuck that. Like, she'll take she would, the type of person Celys is, and another reason why I love her is because she is like my mom, where it's like it's not as much as she loves materialistic things. Love. She also is a type, like, I could give her a Chanel bag, and then I could turn around and propose to her with $100 ring, and it's gonna hit the same. You know. So I was kind of playing that in my head. I was kind of playing like the game in my head, like, damn, she's just not gonna fuck with it if it's not like a $15,000 ring. And then after that, I was thinking, after I give her the ring, Then we got 6 months to a year to have the wedding, and I have no money in my pockets. You know, I'm just trying to survive. So that was like the biggest thing. But at that point, and that was kind of like...
We still had a lot to work on too. I feel like when we got to Miami, it was very an isolating stage for you because now he's away from his family. I'm back with my family. And it was also a weird time on the internet for us because nobody wanted him to be in Miami. Everybody wanted him to be at home with his family,
Arizona.
which I completely understand. But it was just such a weird time. So we had to work on us. We had to work on relationships around us. We had to build kind of. It was like a building stage. And there was the conversation of a ring and getting proposed to. It wasn't there. It was most definitely like, we need to get there.
Let's fix the relationship.
Yeah, we got to work on us to get there.
After that conversation, I had told her like, hey, like, look, I promise you, I'm going to marry you. This type of conversation is putting a lot of pressure on me and stress. And after that, she completely dropped it. She literally just let me and it still took like, mind you, she had a 1-year rule. I proposed to her right before our 4-year anniversary. Yeah. Right before our 4-year anniversary. So she had a lot of time to be like, fuck it. It's been 4 years, right? But she, she held it down, and obviously that ring definitely should have came a lot sooner. I still think to this day I should have gave it to her in a year, but I just didn't know how to do that.
I heard Steve Harvey on a podcast one time. He said women run off of an emotional clock. And guys run off of a financial clock.
100%.
And I heard that one time, and I really stopped and think, like, yeah, that's true. Like, us as men, once our pockets feel steady, then we feel like,
secure.
Okay, I'm secure. I'm ready to provide her. Because we want to, as a man, we provide. Yeah. And we want to provide a good life for our women and our kids, now that you guys have kids. Well, Facts. A kid.
That's it.
And
that's it.
Women, they run off of a different clock. But I think that's just like the natural roles that, whether you believe him or not, like that God created, like we have our roles that we're supposed to fulfill. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's true. Like,
it's very true.
I'm not ready. Now I'm getting close to that time, but we got to find the wife first.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, we talk about it all the time. Like, she's a type where, like, it doesn't matter how much money she has in her pocket, she's still going to be the same. I'm the type where it's like, if I don't got money in my pockets, it's going to show, So
I also feel like that's something that, like, not just you, but anybody should work on. Like,
don't let the money control you.
Yeah, because it'll ruin the week. It'll ruin the month. It will ruin the year. So it's like, I don't know. But then bills and shit have to get paid. So it's like, it's a tough topic to speak on.
You need it. But like, it shouldn't control, like you said, it shouldn't control.
That's when you kind of...
And that goes into being in touch with God. I feel like God, and this might be like the wrong thing to say to baby Jesus. But I truly feel like the more, like when I'm going through a hard time, I feel like when I pray and I like leave it up to God to handle the situation, I feel like I can literally let it be. Like I can stay at peace. But when I forget to give that grace to God for even just what we have in the moment, regardless of how much money we have in the bank, that's when I'm stressing. And so I try a lot to like now more recent than I used to is like, I thank God for like when I'm feeling good, you know, and not just when I'm feeling down. And I feel like that plays a big part in like, people say like, I leave it up to God and, they feel a lot more at peace because it's like money is not everything. It is hard to navigate through the world right now without having money. But at the end of the day, like the things that truly make you happy and like really like keep you grounded is all the stuff that you can't pay for, a wife, a kid, just a good routine.
I think everything that you said right there is true. Like when things are going good, that's when I feel like you should lean into him more, because like you don't want to, I mean, this is like a whole separate conversation, but like, when things are going good, when things are going bad, that shouldn't be the only time you talk to him, because it's like now you're looking at him like a genie. And it's like, hey, things are going bad. Can you help me out? You know, and I need to work on that as well. Like things do go good and you just kind of forget, like, no, like you have to remind yourself, like, be appreciative when things are good as well.
I always, my prayers, one thing that I say in my prayers that like still stands out to me to this day is like, I say, thank you, God, for all the good and the bad and all the obstacles that you have put me through. Because I feel like, I was telling you this earlier, like you might not realize it in the moment as far as like why something is happening or how it's going to work out in your favor. But, you know, God has a plan, and it does. Like a lot of times it's the stuff that we really can't fathom. Like, how could this be something good for me? And it ends up being the best thing for you. And the things that you're like, that ends up not doing nothing for you. So I feel like the hardest times is what makes, you know, the best people, for sure.
Well, I think the sun is disappearing on us.
Is it?
It is, but I just wanted to say congratulations to you two, by the way.
Congratulations to you.
Well, thank you.
Another successful pod.
I feel like we have so much to talk about.
But
still.
this is my baby. But what I was really congratulating you guys for is you guys have a baby. Congratulations,
Thank you.
A healthy baby too.
Yes,
and
sir.
she's beautiful. I know she hasn't been revealed yet, but she's. I can say, chat. She's very beautiful.
This chat.
He said she looks like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's crazy. I think you're the first person.
No, you're not. Everybody
yes, you're the first person that said she looks just like her.
Well,
funny.
Congratulations, guys. And honestly, it was such an honor, truly, first of all, to invite me to your guys' house.
Yes, sir.
I flew from the West Coast and
to the East Coast and then back over here.
Yeah, to the East Coast, and I'll be back. But truly, like genuinely from the bottom of my heart, like I want to thank both of you guys. You guys are both awesome, beautiful people, beautiful-hearted people. And like I'm very excited for these next couple of days I get to spend with you guys.
Yes,
and
sir.
Thank you guys for giving me the exclusive.
Yeah. I know, we low-key, I feel like I said, I feel like we have so much more to talk about.
Yeah.
We're so secretive.
So we have secrets. We gotta run this back. Whether it's gotta be single or what.
Yeah.
But
we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Part 2, maybe like more like business or
yeah, we could have went so many different directions.
Yeah, that is true.
How long are your podcasts usually?
About an hour.
An hour? You think it's been an hour?
I think it's been just under.
You want to keep talking?
I want to keep talking.
I know. We could probably go on for hours. I didn't realize how fast the sun goes down in Florida.
Does it affect the lighting, or is it the rain that you're worried about?
No, lighting.
Lighting?
Yeah, the rain's
trying to cut us, chat. We're trying to stay. Nah, it's all good. We got to run it back sometime.
Yeah, we will.
If they want, let them ask the questions that they want.
Yeah.
Who knows, eh?
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you for interviewing us. This is the first podcast we ever been on together.
Let's go.
And that was lit. That was
good. What could you do? I think we're professionals. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, guys.
We gotta make some steak.
Bye, chat.